And John called us up one Thursday night and said, could you come by in the morning? We have a venture, for an opportunity for you. I went there and I said, fundraising? We didn't know what it was. We got there and we're just kind of standing there, and Kelly said, no, what? Listen to this. We just won you a tractor. We just jumped up and down. We called Jonathan. He came and just ran around in circles and yelled. Then we went downtown and got coffee, and people came in. I told people, well, I didn't even know that we won the tractor. So I guess the beginning of the day, it was okay. I thought it was going to rain, but I felt just so humble and so thankful for all of you. It's just like, you just bring you to tears thinking this. Without the community, without you all, what would we be? What would we be?
We'd be nothing.
I mean, do you remember when we first started out at the Winter Sun basement down there, and we had bags going all the way past the Mexican restaurant? That was all portable produce. I mean, one little refrigerator.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And look at here. Look at here. So we wake up being grateful, and that's what Karen and I talk about in the morning. Just, wow, this is really happening. So without you, we would be nothing. But with you, we feel well supported. You know, we feel that there's a circle around us, and we feel well supported by you. So we're just so thankful. So I want to talk about some other people here. Michelle, come forward. Michelle grew up in Woolwine. She moved far away to Stewart. I think she's newlywed or soon, and so tell us about what you do and how this happened from your side. It's up to Michelle how this happened.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you all for allowing me to be here today, both as a Yanmar representative with the tractor, and then also just as importantly as being someone from this area, as Mr.
You say McCabe.
McCabe.
I'm either
Okay.
Mr. McCabe or
I was going to
McCabe.
mess up the last one.
Yeah.
So as McCabe said, I grew up in Woolwine. I went to college at Radford University, and then I moved away and went on my professional career. And I just moved back to Stewart a few months ago. I am recently married to a Patrick County boy. So forgive me or not, I couldn't find a boy. But having said that, I'm just thrilled to be here today. I'm thrilled to work for a company that offers us this opportunity to come out and give things like this to the community. I want to thank you for this event today. It means so much to see this many people come out, not only to celebrate the tractor donation, but to celebrate this organization and everything that they do for the community. Thank you for everything each and every one of you do, either to support Plenty or as a part of Plenty. Thank you for what you do for each other, for the neighborhood, for the community. And I want to thank you especially to T&E Small Engine, to John and Kelly, because we got here today. A few months ago, Yanmar's management team in Adairsville, Georgia, which is our North America headquarters, we are a Japanese company, got together and said, you know, our founding principles are taking care of the environment, taking care of the communities that we serve, and the people that are around us. So how do we take that to the next level? And then they came to us salespeople and they said, we want you to look around at your independent dealer network. And it's real easy to run reports and say, who sells the most tractors, who buys the most from Yanmar. And that's really, really important. But it's just as important to say, who takes care of their community? Who has those same founding principles as what Yanmar started out with? Who wakes up in the morning and doesn't just think, what can I do to grow my business? They think, what can I do to help those around me?
Yes.
And that's how T&E Small Engine was chosen. I had the fortunate blessing of calling John and Kelly and saying, this is an opportunity that I'm providing to you. We want you to look around in your community and almost do the same thing we did when we chose the dealers that would be allowed to represent their areas in this endeavor. And it wasn't long, and Kelly sent me an essay, and it was her nomination of Plenty for this. And I don't think I'm letting the cat out of the bag when I say, when I sent the essay into our corporate team in Adairsville, that I said, here's your winner. Who else is going to get to participate in this? And unanimously, they came back to me almost immediately and said, while we are still taking applications from North America, yeah, we kind of think you're right. They're going to be on the short list. And I think one of the things that really stood out, I know to me, as well as the other people at Yanmar, and John and Kelly may have been familiar with this, but that's how Yanmar was started. And Yanmar is a little over 102 years old, and I'm not going to take you through year by year. But I will tell you that when Yanmar began, it was because our founder, Mr. Yamamoto, was in Japan, and he lived in a small agriculture community, and he realized that when his friends and family would go out to the rice fields, that it was hard work for them, and even more importantly, it was dangerous, because one of the main mechanisms that they had to use was oil-powered large engines. And he said, we just can't continue to live this way. And so he made it his life's work to actually develop the first small diesel engine. And it was developed, now everybody knows Yanmar engines are used for a lot of things now, from marine to industrial to agriculture to construction, but it began as a way to support the agriculture industry in his community. And that has continued on through the entire lifespan of Yanmar. The president of Yanmar now is actually the grandson of Mr. Yamamoto, and you can imagine that he's very passionate about making sure that we keep instilling those same values, and they pass that over to Yanmar America in Adairsville. And that's why we're here today, because going back to 100 years ago when he started this company, we still continue today to look to our communities, look to our partners in the communities, and to see what we can do to continue to support them. And so we thank you for this opportunity.
Cool, thank you. How many of you have been on written grants? Raise your hand, written grants. Pretty long, pretty tedious, isn't it? Kelli wrote the grant application for Plenty to Yanmar, 3/4 of a page essay, and won the grant. Now we gotta spread that around the world. You don't need 45 pages to get something, right? Lined up right here are everybody that we meet every Monday, the staff of Plenty. Just say your names, we'll go around. And
Jonathan Vandergrift,
Laura Leroy,
Margaret McGee,
Karen Day.
And Maureen is sick with the flu, or she would be here. She does our portable produce.